I believe this quiz makes part 3 of your test 7 review packet, yeah? Okay. Number 1, let's expand. This becomes 5 choose 0, x to the 5th, negative 3 to the 0. Make sure that negative 3 is in parentheses. A lot of people didn't write the parentheses and somehow it turned into a subtraction instead of a multiplication. That was a little bit weird. The next term becomes 5 choose 1, x to the 4th, negative 3 to the 1st. 5 choose 2, x to the 3rd, negative 3 to the 2nd. 5 choose 3, x to the 2nd, negative 3 to the 3rd. And then 5 choose 4, x to the 1st, negative 3 to the 4th. And then finally 5 choose 5, x to the 0, negative 3 to the 5th. What are the coefficients? What are the numbers in the 5th row of Pascal's triangle?
1, 5, 10.
Is it 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1? So we're going to have 1x to the 5th. This is going to be 5 times negative 3, so negative 15x to the 4th. 10 times 9, that's going to be a plus 90x to the 3rd. 10 times negative 27, so negative 270x squared. 5 times 81, that's a plus 405x, and then a minus 243. Agreed. Don't be stupid. Number 2, we want the 4th term, so we plug in 3. Guys, listen, because a lot of people miss this one because we're not very good at PEMDAS.
Oh my goodness. Shoot them. Just kidding.
Molly, we're not shooting anybody.
Say that.
There's no need to shoot Alex.
This is all on. Please, I really liked that face.
I can't do it again.
Oh my no more. Okay, real quick, one more time. There we go.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
So let's finish this problem. Let's make this a nice, smooth teaching. We have 11 choose 3. 3x to the 11 minus 3 is what? 8 times negative 2 to the 3rd. So in our calculator we can say 11. Oops. 11 choose 3 times 3 to the 8th. I think the big mistake was a lot of people did not raise 3 to the 8th power. They just raised x to the 8th but left the 3. That 3 does get raised to the 8th. And that negative 2 gets raised to the 3rd, so you got to multiply by a negative 8 as well. And so you should get negative 8660 520 x to the 8th. For number 2, the coefficient of the x to the 8th term, well, if this is going to be 17 choose r, 2x squared to the 17 minus r, times 1 to the r. So your x part is x to the 34 minus 2r. You need to know when that's going to be 8. Right? And I believe that is when r is 13. Right? 34 minus 26. You put 13 in, 34 minus 26 is 8. So it is the 14th term that is actually your x to the 8th term. So 13 is what you plug in for r. So you're going to have 17 choose 13, 2x squared to the 4th, and then 1 to the 13th. So really all we need to do is figure out what is 17 choose 13, and then multiply that by 2 to the 4th. So you get 38,080 x to the 8th.
Yes.
See how this is x squared?
Yes.
Raised to the 17 minus r?
Yes.
you multiply 2 times 17 to get 34, 2 times R to get 2R.
And where does the 2 go to, the coefficient of the other?
Well, ultimately, all I'm doing right now over here is figuring out what I need to plug in for R. So all I know is the exponent has to be 8. So all I care about is the exponent right now. Later, I then raise 2 to the 4th power and multiply it by 17 to choose 13 and include it. So you don't really need to include it at the first stage. And then finally, the circle problems. Number 4 is pretty easy. The center is -1, -7. The radius
8
is 8. For number 5, we have to complete the square. So you're going to have x squared plus 4x. You're also going to have y squared minus 10y. And we're going to subtract that 13 to the other side. I'm going to add a 4 to both sides. And I'm also going to add a 25 to both sides. Because by adding a 4 and a 25, we've completed both squares. So we get x plus 2 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 16. So your center is the point -2, +5, and your radius is 4.
Yes. Yes.
I know why. Because the bottom part one, I got right, and I wanted